The perverted landlord wanted to get close to the female tenant and even stretched out his hand to examine her body. Mary was terrified, but since her husband wasn't home and she knew she'd be at a disadvantage if she confronted him, she forced a smile and sent the landlord away. That night, she told her husband Jack what happened, but Jack didn't take it seriously, saying the landlord was probably just being concerned. The next day, Mary was walking by the pool when she happened to find a ring Lisa had dropped. Being naturally helpful, she called Lisa right away. When Lisa heard her ring had been found, she called Jack and asked him to keep it for her temporarily. Jack pretended it was a harassment call and quickly ran to the pool to answer it, warning her that if she called again, he'd report her to the police. Even after saying that, he was still worried Lisa might show up, so he took Mary out to dinner to avoid her. And sure enough, not long after they left, Lisa arrived at their door and used the spare key Jack had given her to let herself inside. Seeing the empty house, she immediately called Jack, saying she was in his home and wouldn't leave without an explanation. The landlord witnessed all of this and thought it was the perfect opportunity to act. He rushed over, subdued the unsuspecting Lisa, and locked her in the basement. Not long after, Jack returned with Mary, but no matter where they searched, Lisa was nowhere to be found. Calling her also got no answer. Later, while Jack sat on the sofa watching TV, they repeatedly heard strange noises coming from the basement. Thinking it was just rats, they ignored it. The next day, the landlord sneaked into the basement while no one was home, fed Lisa, and even stole one of Mary's underwear before leaving. That day, Mary was home alone when Jack's colleague came to visit. She didn't want Mary to be deceived any longer and revealed Jack's affair. When Jack got home from work, he found his clothes thrown outside the door. Once he entered, he realized his colleague had exposed everything. Unable to accept it, Mary asked him to leave so they could cool off. Afterwards, she planned to take a hot shower. The landlord originally wanted to enjoy the view, but he noticed something wrong in the basement. Seeing that Lisa was about to escape, he rushed to the rental house and restrained her again while Mary was still showering. Mary heard some noises while showering, but when she stepped out, the landlord had already vanished. The next day, Mary went outside to take out the trash and discovered a camera installed near the door. Startled, she quickly called Jack over to check, but the landlord had already removed the camera, leaving only a hole in the wall. Since it was getting late, Mary let Jack stay in the house, but only allowed him to sleep on the sofa. That night, while Jack was asleep, he suddenly heard sounds coming from the basement. When he opened the door, he found Lisa standing there. After learning what had happened, Mary wanted to call the police, but the station wasn't answering this late at night. And at that very moment, the landlord had already arrived outside and cut the power to the entire house.